Today I hope I can bring you an informative video. We've got a guest appearance from our girl Brownie here. All the girls here have gotten Fowlpox. Let's go ahead and get into today's video.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules my life destroyed.
Welcome to the Valdez Family Homestead, and thank you for joining me here today. Well, I hope all of you are doing well. I can't say the same for my girls here. Today I hope I can bring you an informative video. We've got a guest appearance from our girl Brownie here, and if you can tell there, she's got some black markings on her comb and a little bit on her face there. They're already scabbed up, if you can see there, and her eyes a little bit swollen. But my girl here, or all the girls here, have gotten Fowlpox. I'm gonna bring you some useful information. Let me go ahead and put her down, let her do her business here. A lot of homesteaders out there will keep a first aid kit on hand for their hens and their roosters and all the animals on your homestead, because there are certain things that are safe for animals and there are certain things that aren't safe for animals. Things that can be safe for us, of course, is not going to be safe for your chickens. So you want to do a lot of research before you're putting things on any wounds or any sicknesses that your chickens might have. Do your research and keep these things on hand, because these girls are curious creatures and you never know what they can get into. And so Fowlpox is their form of chickenpox. Of course, you want to keep your hands clean. You want to wash your hands after handling your girls, but that is not something that can be passed on to humans. I'm hoping today with this video I can bring you some useful information. There is lots of remedies out there. With Fowlpox, you just have to let it run its course. But as I said, there's a lot of remedies out there that can help speed up the process to get your birds healthy again. So I'm going to give you guys those tips and what you can do if your chickens might have Fowlpox currently or might get it in the future, because it's probably more than likely something you're going to run into, and I don't want you to get scared. Usually this will just run its course, and the age of my birds, usually it's safe for them. Now for younger birds it can be fatal. On very rare occasions will it lead to death, but you still want to keep an eye on them, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they're not lethargic or doing things out of the usual. Because I myself, being a first-time chicken owner, was a little bit worried. I had done some research prior and I had seen these things like Fowlpox can get to your chickens, and you want to watch their respiratory system as well, because things can affect your chickens in their breathing, especially in the summer months when it's very hot. Like here, you can tell your chickens are breathing a little bit harder, so you just want to keep an eye on your birds. Before we get into today's video though, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We always like to release useful information videos like this that can help you out on your very own homestead, or if you're planning on getting into homesteading. So we've released some fun videos here these past couple of weeks, so go check those out if you haven't yet. And if you could give us a like on the video, helps us out here a ton. Likes don't cost anything, but it really supports us here on the channel, and we appreciate that support. Wanted to let you guys also know that we are happy to say that we have released our merch for the channel. We have our very own Valdez Family Homestead merch. If you look below, you'll be able to see that. We've got t-shirts with hens on them, with roosters, with our logo. We've even got mugs, hats, aprons, cookware, you name it. Go check it out right now. If you look below, you'll see our merch shop, and it supports the channel. Thanks again, and let's go ahead and get back to the video. So I'm just gonna show you a few things that I have used to treat this. Like I said, you just have to let this run its course. It'll be fine. Just keep an eye on your chickens. Fowlpox is a slow spreading viral infection that affects the upper respiratory tracts. As I had mentioned, you want to just keep an eye on your birds, especially in this hot weather where they're already having trouble breathing, and can affect them even more having this virus. How this is transmitted usually is with an insect, and it's usually a mosquito that will carry this disease and pass it on to your chicken, and they'll get these abrasions and lesions, so scabs. It'll scab off, and that's usually how it's transmitted, is between contact with the skin. So your chickens will transmit it throughout the flock. So if you catch it in time, if you have a way of quarantining your chickens, you can do that so your other chickens won't get it. I unfortunately did not catch it on time, and it spread fairly quickly. I'm glad to say though that a lot of my chickens have already cleared up. There's only a few that still have it, and as I showed you Brownie there at the beginning, she has it the worst, and she has gotten it the worst. It's gotten really close to her eye. If any of those lesions get too close, your chicken could go blind, so you just want to be careful. But a lot of homesteaders use this, and you just want to do your research. But VetRX is really supposed to be good for things like this. It's for the respiratory system to help your chickens out. And so what I do is, you can even put this in your bird's water. Like I said, I don't want to give you too much information. You do your own research, but you can actually put this in their water, a few drops of this, and they'll drink it. What I do with this though, or what I did to help my girls out here, is you want to get this warm because it releases a vapor. It has a very strong scent to it. So you boil some water and leave this in there for about a minute or so, and it'll warm this up. Of course, make sure it's safe to put on your chickens. Feel it to the touch to make sure that it's not going to make your girls uncomfortable. And what I do here is, after I warm it up, I'll put some gloves on and put a few drops on those gloves, rub my hands together. You'll lift up their wing and you'll place it under their wing. And what that does is your birds will spread that amongst the whole flock. Now, of course, I put it on every single one of my girls so it could help speed up the process. But because of the vapors this releases, it helps your flock. Think of this as like a Vicks treatment that we would put on our chest if we are having trouble breathing. And it kind of has that similar smell, but it's all 100% natural. There's nothing in here that's bioengineered to be putting on your bird. Everything is 100% natural. It's for poultry. But VetRX, I would highly recommend, especially for any upper respiratory things such as this. Another thing that I like to keep on hand, which I didn't use on them in this case, you want to keep stuff on hand because they are curious. They're going to get into things. They're going to possibly get injured, especially if you have a bigger homestead and you're letting your girls free range. But this is one that I use, is Poultry wound spray. This has all natural ingredients as well, but you can get this at your feed stores, any of your local stores that sell anything for poultry. One of the most natural things from our earth that is very beneficial to your chicken and very healthy, a very healthy snack at that matter, so you can be giving it to them whenever. And what I like to do is cut some tomatoes up and mix it in with the tomatoes. And what I'm speaking of is garlic. So you'll take some cloves. Of course, I dice mine up for my chickens. Some chickens, I know a lot of homesteaders will give just whole cloves to their chickens and they'll eat those up. They love them. But garlic is a natural medicine that we can use even for us humans. That might be another video that I might make for you guys, but fermenting honey with garlic is very beneficial to us humans, especially with flu season right around the corner. This is a natural substance that you can make on your homestead, so you're not taking these nasty pills that you can get over the counter. You're doing it naturally with stuff that God provided for us. As you can see, there is a few girls that still have it, and especially Brownie, she's gotten it the worst. But she's recovering. I can see she's doing really well in recovering, and she's doing great, so she's not lethargic or anything. And the girls are getting around fine. So you just want to do your research ahead of time to make sure what you're providing to your chickens is safe. But I'm hoping that this information that I brought you to maybe speed up the process or keep your birds healthy as they have any viruses like this, to help them get better quicker and on a natural level. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to go ahead and check out our merch shop on the way out. But until the next one, see you guys later.